A little really guy, guys, again. Oh, those are my shoes. That wasn't me. That was like my shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Yeah, we love that part. It's great to be alive, right? Yeah. Yeah. We love being alive. It's nice. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, is the show starting? Oh, it must be! Quick, giddy up, girl! Hurry, we're gonna be late! Whoa, girl! Oh, down! Whoa! Who put that there? Oh! Thank you, girl. Get out of here. And the horse! You rode in on. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, nuns and all. That's right, priests, preachers, cardinals, rabbis, bishops, weirdos with beardos, missionaries, I don't know, Hindu priests, whoever's looking to kick it, Alcoholics Anonymous, that of who accidentally clicked on this trying to refresh their feed for something better. Welcome, nuns, welcome all. We've got a fantastic show for you today. That's right, sorry, you already know. We've got a free show for you today. That's right. Remember, you get what you pay for. This show sucks already. No? You should have invested in it. Bullshit, it still suck. What? Everything's fine. Oh, what was that? Nothing, don't worry about it. Point is that welcome ones, welcome all. We've got a yes, hello, and hi. We've got a show for you today, one way, shape, or form. Ironically, in one way, shape, or form, we'll get up and running in the capacity and degree that we feel we want to. But since it's being all not how we want it, ironically, the show must suffer at the behest of crap. Oh, but we're better now. Excellent. Man o' War. Welcome to the show. We can call you Man of War, right? Nah, of course we can. M-Money. So M-Money, welcome to the show. Thanks for participating in the chat. Believe you me, we didn't even expand and use all of our marketing budget to get you to start talking yet, right? We use those fancy techniques that you might pass by on the interstate and things of that nature in the capacity of, wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm guy, guaranteed to bring by ones of subscriptions per stream basis. Believe you me, around here, we don't play games with our marketing budget. We invest right back into the show, all the ones of cents that we make at a time. You might be saying, that sounds really sad. Believe you me, it is. It is. Anyhow, that's enough marketing for now. Let people join if they shall. Let them not if they won't. It matters not. In the grand scheme of things, this is all for philosophical entertainment. That's right. You are funny. Well, of course we are. When you call Daryl Dixon dibs on being the best of the worst internet celebrity that there is, okay, that's us, we called it, you have to inherently be, to some degree, funny, okay? Now, obviously, since we are not going to be the funniest ever, okay, well, it's apparent, okay? There is no competing with the Joe of the Rogans, the Asmund of the Golds at this point, okay? They have a long past, succeeded in being better than us at doing the internet, okay? But we called Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst, okay? That's right. That means we get to suck, okay? Now, sure, all the other shows are inherently going to be better and or good. Okay, sure, fair enough. Okay? That's not up for contention or debate. However, it is our personal guarantee to you that everything else that you watch aside from this that you like is guaranteed to be better. I mean, what kind of other shows can promise that, right? That's right, not a lot. Bro is pulling one hell of a parody of The Office. Parody of The Office? We've only seen a few episodes. We couldn't parody the whole thing. But believe you me, if you would like us to try, we can. Who is it, Michael Scott? Nice coffee, Michael Scott. Sell me some paper. Well, we don't have paper to sell, but we do peddle that of our literary wares. Well, we gotta sell something to try and make a buck. We offer all of our code and our games and our working demos and all of our crazy Web3 tech for free. Okay? That's on the IPFS site. Link in the descriptification. Use at your own risk. Just like this is philosophical, entertainment at philosophical entertainments, expanding thereof. Subjective. Okay? Before we get further, though, it is this point in time in the show that we must apologize for that of something that happened on our last stream. And now we're sorry. We can't always be perfect. We come close. We can't always be perfect. We do need to apologize for something pertaining to our last stream. Okay? That's right. That's right. Okay? We must make amends where amends are justly needed to be made due. So, pertaining to our last stream, sorry about that. Excellent. Forgive and forget, right? Good. Now that we have moved on and, pretty much are forgiven for any mishaps that we've had in the past, he could be a blatant racist. Don't accept it. What? Huh? Shh. Guess you'll have to go watch all of our videos and see if we are. I wonder how many view hours we'd get. Oh, man, now I'm going to. What? Free views, motherfucker. What? Huh? It's nighttime. You're getting a little raucous. Let's see what ones of chat we've missed. Spain. What the hell? How are we going to do a show with ones of chat that merely states Spain? Damn it, Internet. You are a fickle beast. We'd expect nothing less. Guess we'll have to wing it and float it on our own accord. Good thing we're the ascribed and declared and stated Daryl Dixon Dibbs claimed best of the worst internet celebrity there is. That's right. Because that affords us the opportunity to give you that of the show that you so maybe not care to desire. But we give you that of the show of free. That's right. Everyone loves free crap. That's why we give all of our games and demos for free. Okay? You go to the IPFS right now, go play you some Shyzapong. And because Shyzapong's so rad, we went ahead and put a more mobile-friendly version on a free pinned pinata iteration of the site toned down so that mobile users can get to it faster than hitting that 500, that 502, that 504 error and having to wait their turn. It's free. Shyzapong's rad. It's like regular Pong, only tricked out and modern like a mother. You might be saying, I doubt it. Well, go play it. It's free. You do whatever you want. We don't care. We offer it for that free because all of our literary works cost $6-7. Now, not in digital form, they're like $1. I think we get like 60 cents. Believe you me, that'd be a good payday. You read stuff of ours on Kindle Unlimited, and we get 0.04 cents per page read. Now, that equates and adds up to ones of cents in no time, okay? You might be saying to yourself, sounds like a paid author to me. Well, that's right. Correct. Yeah. Maybe not a good one, okay? Subjective. Inherently, when you are a self-proclaimed philosopher, as everyone is their own philosopher in one way, shape, or form, whether admittedly such or not, everyone is their own philosopher, one way, shape, or form, okay? With being such a self-proclaimed philosopher, inherently one must wear that of their entire heart, their entire ego, their entire conscience on their sleeve, okay? It must be ordained to be accessible to all. Yes, hello and hi. It must be ordained to be accessible to all in the guise of auditability, okay? We can't inherently make a claim on anything from our scientific code or mathematical computations that is not open source and open for debate and or auditing and scrutiny, okay? That's why we open source, for the most part, almost all of our working notebooks and things of that nature, so people can go back behind us and audit the hell out of everything that we say. Now, that affords us the opportunity, luckily, to be able to then give away for free all of the components and aspects of games and things that we can create with other individuals and things of that nature at the time being, presently, currently, because we are not under an NDA. We don't work for any kind of big mega company with which we need to adhere to the metrics and means of disseminating information pertaining to an HR department and or some massive overhead structure that audits everything that you say. Okay? Believe you me, right, a lot of stuff gets left by the wayside as far as corporate company secrets and proprietary informations and things of that nature that inherently we can just share and give for free, okay, because we're not under an NDA. You're willing and able to ask us anything with which that of you will. Okay? No one showed up with a briefcase full of cash to scoop up good old Shyzabox yet. Okay? Now, ironically, good old Shyzabox has proved that of his theory a couple times over. His theory now, all right, is thusly living in itself, proving itself by its own accord. We don't even got to do shit anymore, okay? That's how proven our theory is. Bold claim, cotton, internet's crazy. Can't just go around stating that you theoretically solved the Voynich manuscript and things of that nature. People are going to audit you and look at your math and things of that nature, right? Good. Fucking do it, okay? Too much information out there. We're done playing games, okay? It's put up or shut up with a lot of information and things of that out there now, okay? Audit it and look at it and stuff and go to town on that of what is provided, that of what is available, okay? Now, a little stern, a little harsh when put in such a manner and such a, means of disseminating vernacularly with vulgarity, therefore, entwined in such, okay? But, believe you me, in today's day and age, it's just necessitated in the vernacular usages thereof, all right, to shake the foundation here and there, all right, and kind of weed out that of whom shouldn't be there listening in the first place, okay? Lithic Logic reigns supreme, all right, and we'd put that up to, the argumentation and, auditing of any whom power wishes that, be to do such, okay? Mathematically, scientifically, everything that we have is open source, okay, for the most part, okay? Obviously, there's some notebooks that we leave closed. Don't worry about it. Everyone has their own skeletons. Our skeletons just happen to be things like AIs that we've created that are API ready that we are not going to just hand over to the public. Okay? Believe you me, there's a difference in the open source computational coding that we do and that of which we do not provide. Okay? It's minimalistic because we are an open book. That being the case, like we said, we've already proved that of our theory, okay? We've literally moved a metric kernel of data from Kaggle to Web3. Audit the shit out of us. Check our math. We don't care, okay? As a philosopher, as today's day and age, okay, too many people hide behind that of just, bold claims, cotton, with which they don't back up and or, let anyone audit their wares or their means or their measures and or the metrics or usages thereof, okay? We've got a closed Godelian loop, okay? Go to town. Audit the shit out of us. Okay? We got all of our stuff open source. Okay? Knock yourself out. Send it to that of which mathematician you will insert here or there. Okay? We hide not behind it. All right? Now, like we said, vernacularly a little vulgar in the means of disseminating that of which we wish to be audited and or looked at. But as we stated, being a philosopher, okay, one must wear that of their entire being in an auditable means and capacity, okay? That way as well, you must have your conscience put out there for anyone to see exactly how crazy you are, all right? As a philosopher, okay, arguably subjective to that of a good one or not, okay, everyone's going to have their own opinion or guise under which, good old Shyzabox subsists. We don't have to be a good philosopher, though we are a philosopher. Everyone is, whether they have that of their own claimeth philosophy or, closed loop systems and mannerisms with which they can have that of perfect knowledge pertaining to. Okay? Anybody is a philosopher, anybody's a historian, anyone's a psychologist, anybody is a grocery shopper, anyone is a chef. Maybe not a good one, but everyone is. Okay? With good old Shyzalosophy, right, being that of a lithic logical foundation, okay, that of being based upon old ancient pre-Stoic usages of lectin and things of the sort, all right, our living philosophy now, okay, because Shyzalosophy is a living philosophy, okay, when good old Shyzabox is dead and gone, he is no longer a practitioner thereof, okay, that's how it works. We base it on Lithic Logic and foundational knowledge, okay, the living philosophy of truth, okay, it must be in order for it to do what it does. Now, we don't hide behind our math, everything's open source. Here's where it gets funny as shit, okay? Our philosophy is a living philosophy with which we deem it living, okay? Pretty funny. Anyone can be the type of philosopher that they wish to be. Anyone can practice that of, you know, a religious affiliation or designation with which that they practice, right? The funny thing is that with Shyzalosophy being a living philosophy, our book is literally now living proof and verification of the system in itself, okay? You cannot make this shit up. Our book, Delectable, okay, is 94% off. Not because of us, because we literally broke Amazon's algorithm, okay, their pricing algorithm, all right? The reason that happened is because this book is $250. That's right. Don't buy it, okay? Ironically, the system, because it's a living system, all right, has therefore priced itself, all right? So the dead tree, okay, the dead paper, the dead tree, has now priced itself into affordability, okay? You cannot make this shit up. 94% off. Don't buy it, okay? When we utilize that of physics, okay, when we utilize that of physicists like Wheeler, okay, the it by bit, okay, I'm telling you right now, okay, this is thermodynamic enlightenment at a price tag, okay? You can't make this up, okay? It's Wheeler's it by bit, okay? Our Deutsches constructor theory, all right? Any additions there too with which we have and house, okay? Correlations, whatever. Okay? Audit the hell out of our math. We don't hide behind it. We got an open source Kaggle, okay? Audit it. Go to town. Reproduce it. What's that called? Results. We don't hide behind it. Knock yourself out. With this being 94% off and it being that of its own living entity, it priced itself, okay, into affordability. If Delectable, okay, which is as an author, okay, as a philosopher, this is our bread and butter. We've written a variety of books, a variety of works. We peddle a variety of wares. Nailing Kalimba, officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal. Everyone needs that one, right? Our poetry book, because every philosopher needs to be a poet. Transmutating God, pickled punk philosophy, new non-native species on mankind's origin, okay? All of these works, okay? Those aren't our baby, okay? I mean, they are. We love those works. We worked hard on them. Yeah, mostly, okay? Those books suck. What? Damn it, Mom, we're trying to sell them. Delectable is our philosopher's dream work with which we put forth and forward. Okay, it's done. The work exists. We are infatuated in love with that of what we've presented and put forward. Okay, all of its shortcomings, additionally inherently within, as well. Okay, if now this book were to ever be sold to a degree or capacity that it hit a New York Times bestseller, it would showcase and highlight the logical inefficiency in that of mankind's understanding. Okay? Thusly, therefore, it necessitates us to literally argue against our own effing book, our own love and passion. Don't buy this book. Read it for free. All right, like we said, we correlate to Marletto. We correlate to Dutch. All right, you got constructor theory, all that. Okay, when you go through and utilize that of Wheeler's it by bit. Okay, bit is free. Okay, you cannot put bit under the guise or realm of any price tag. Okay, bit would be that of knowledge. Okay. Knowledge is free. Knowledge exists. Knowledge can be ascertained by that of where it's ascertained therefrom. Okay? You cannot put a price tag on it. So, therefore, with bit being free, it costs $250. That's right. Don't buy it. Okay? Again, as the author, as the creator, it is such a logical liability, all right, for humanity that therein this even exists now, okay? Because humanity is just going to thusly potentially showcase a potential stupidity therein, okay? You might be saying we've been doing that for years, okay? And you're absolutely right. We have been. Humanity has gotten it wrong. Now, keep in mind, again, this is all for philosophical entertainment. Humanity got it wrong, okay? Our timeline is incorrect. Our understandings are inherently and implicitly way off of the, beaten path to such a capacity and degree that inherently we have orchestrated and constructed some of the biggest stumbling blocks to that of our own understandings, all right, that are hurdles that we've put in our own effing way, okay? Like we showcase, man, on quite a, regular occurrence, a regular, kind of dissemination and event, all right? You utilize the differentiation and that of conduction versus induction, okay? Something as simple as how we get our power, all right? We're conducting things and forcing current through that of what is solid, okay? It's not a conducive way to do it, okay? You're going to have runoff, you're going to have entropy, you're going to have all of the heat, and you're never going to maintain a cool thermal delta state. Now, believe you me, good old Shyzabox, we loves us some Lithic Logic, okay? That's right. Lithic Logic's that little thing that the ancients used, theoretically. Again, this is all for philosophical entertainment. But Lithic Logic, therefore, is that in of what you see showcased in stones. Göbekli Tepe, the Great Pyramid, Stonehenge, okay? All of these structures exist, do they not? Because they exist, they showcase that inherently just in their own accord of being that of Lithic Logic as a foundational basis of truth and understanding, okay? Utilizing that understanding and that practice, okay, you can conceptualize any additional components therewith, all right? You can additionally add to any degree, spectrum, sphere, realm of these, entities, all right? Additional knowledge sets, additional data, additional points of correlation that can produce within themselves far greater knowledge and understanding of inherently what is just on its own accord there in its lithic nature, okay? So it's a utilizing of all of these components together that are going to produce and yield that of the greatest results and fruits, okay? Therefore, we feel it of best practice, okay, to have that lithical understanding, all right, conveyed and pivoted and shifted all right, under the guise and parameters of that of induction, of that of iron over copper, of that of things like, even iron air, nano particles and things of that nature, and being able to, not only make magnetically sintered apparatuses and components, all right, with which you can induct power and components and things of that nature, but once you begin doing that, then you can get rid of, theoretically, and, proven, obviously, in our mathematics, that's open for, anyone to go through and audit the hell out of at their leisure, okay? Open on Kaggle. We don't hide behind the math. All right, all of these components, can be looked at individually then and seen in the degree and realm of what they can do. Okay, so as we venture here or there or whatever, it matters not, for the work exists. Wherever we were on there, we were probably venturing off onto a tangent or something anyway. It doesn't matter. It's the nighttime shift after all. It's Lithic Logic in the dark. You might be saying, shed some light on us. Okay. Whoops. There you go. Oh, wow, he's a professional. Of course we are. We're the best of the worst internet celebrity there is. We're called Daryl Dixon Dibs. Everything else you watch from this is guaranteed to be better. You're welcome. Lithic Logic, in its foundation, all right, at being a starting point for all of these things that exist to be understood, built upon, built to a greater degree, all right, and understanding therewith, with that basic understanding, all right, as long as it's able to be unilaterally agreed upon, all right, the sky's the limit with what everyone can do working together, okay? You put aside all the petty differences that exist on a substrate level, all right, that isn't under a lithical foundation, all right, you're going to have a very, very slow-moving society and not well-structured means of advancement, okay? The minute that you can make better everyone's understanding to a fundamental degree that they can put aside the petty bullshit and work together, you can move mountains, okay? Now, everyone working together under the guise and means of many and own personal accord, therein lies a big problem, okay? For everyone has that of their own, desires, that of their own manifestations of wanted outcomes and things of that nature, okay? This, that, the other. Everyone has their own dreams, right? It's one's means of utilizing techniques in conjunction, all right, that fundamentally don't screw over anyone else, that benefit that of society, all right, that do nothing more than add to that of what we're trying to do anyway. Foundationally, if we think that we're doing good in one way, shape, or form, okay, by dropping code, by dropping theory, by dropping, papers, by dropping games, by dropping demos, okay, by dropping open code, by doing open mathematical computational notebooks, open for auditing, all right, there's going to be an outcome of it, and that will be good and or not good, deductively reasoned one way or another, okay? A, the math that is proven to be correct via that of computational work via computers, okay, which say that the math is correct, will be disproven and shown to be wrong, okay, which therefore will show you a complete wrong way of doing things. Okay, it's a guaranteed result. However, if you do something like run the ASTM C597 test on the Sarsen Core 58 samples, okay, at the English Heritage Foundation and the Salisbury Museum, if someone literally walks down a hallway, performs a 15-minute non-destructive tests that are done all the time, well, and you check and see if good old Lithic Logic reigns supreme, right? And that of Sarsen Stone, and it's 187 constant, okay? Because believe you me, a 15-minute test will reshape all of humanity and society's understanding. Or it will show you something that is a end result definitively. Okay? When we say do the ASTM C597 test on the Core 58 Sarsen Stone sample, okay, now that's from Stonehenge, okay, from Kennett Avenue, okay, we have to check our notes, make sure we're saying it right and everything like that. We probably aren't. You do this test, all right, and you universally, instantaneously show that of mankind's understanding has been incorrect for quite some time. Bold claim, Cotton. Doesn't the internet usually thrive off this stuff, open source auditing? We've been talking shit on having theoretically solved Voynich manuscript for quite some time now. We haven't gotten as much as an email. You know why? No one wants to engage or interact with it because our shit's solid. And or, granted, okay, sure, other retrospectively, no one watches it or cares what we have to say or think. Okay? That's probably more likely the case. Though, what's up, Internet? I mean, I thought that you guys loved auditing people and showing them being wrong. How much better way for us to eat the shit out of our words and be like, oh boy, were we wrong, than open sourcing all of our Kaggle notebooks and saying audit the shit out of our math and see if our claims are inherently incorrect. Because the computer already says they're not. But computers can be dumb. Maybe they got it wrong. Okay? Though, if they got it wrong, even though math exists, then that math will be corrected, and what we have done thusly will then be shown to have been wrong. Okay? So either do that, it's fine, or perform the audit, perform the test, do the ASTM C597 test, non-destructive, on the Kennett Avenue Sarsen Stone, all right, we shake up the entire world. I mean, shit. Talk about some monumental, epic swings and changes, right? Now, we're not under an NDA now. We don't work for a big company now or anything like that, but briefcase full of cash, where you at? Someone's wanting to shut us up somewhere. Come work for us. Working in a lab. You want us to make you some demos? You want us to make you some theory? You want us to run you some Kaggles? We can do it. What do you want? We don't work for a big company right now. We can do anything you want. We don't have to answer to an NDA either. You want another AI? Now we already made a couple. They're free. Go have them. They're on the IPFS site. ShyAI's awesome. She's really good. She's a good girl. She's very, very, very mathematically precise. If you want ShyAI to draw you a picture, which she can do, you need to mathematically have it written that way. And we don't open source just all of our AI willy-nilly. You got to put some effort and love into it to get the results you want. And there's a way to use that of what exists to restrict and encode limitations on that of what you wish to encode limitations thereon. Okay? We literally have that of a cryptographically executable witness. Okay? This creation alone, this invention alone, single-handedly, should a company like iTunes or Sony Music or BMG or Apple Music or any of the music entities, okay, should they desire to acquire that of a cryptographically executable witness, all right, it's like a black box digital fingerprint on a digital file, okay? It makes Bitcoin look like the child's play that it is, okay? Theoretically. Of course, this is all for philosophical entertainment. But believe you me, whilst we give no financial advice at all, theoretically, we could move those 10 coins if we wanted to. Remember, Shyzabox is the vernacular master, okay? We know we could move those 10 coins that are protected or looked at. We don't even know what the fuck they're called, okay? Because we don't do Bitcoin. Theoretically, we could move them. They are not safe, okay? Bold claim, Cotton, how you gonna do that, dumbass? But we'd quantum tunnel the shit out of that metaphysically, and we'd move those 10 fucking coins before you even knew that they were gone, okay? Again, so we're pretty fucking good at what we do. Okay? Bold claim, Cotton. The internet doesn't forget stuff like that. Bold claim. It's vulgar. But, again, to a degree, vulgarity, it must. It is necessitated, unfortunately, because the internet in the way that it exists now, all right, anyone can claim that of what they do, that of what they will. With the usages of AI now being what they are, anyone can go through, all right, and create even further accommodations to that of what they desire to do, both for the benefit and or non-benefit of all of the humans and humanity and different parts and components of, you know, conscious thought that can interact with it, okay? Any kind of symbiotic relationship that can be had, all right, to correlate with it. All of those components, all right, when they are utilized in a malicious, misinformed, misaligned intent with that of society, all right, it really does showcase inherently just the limitations of mankind's understanding of when you literally screw over one of us, you screw over all of us, okay? The only way that things ever get better is by, you know, individuals symbiotically working together within the confines of one another working together, okay? Whilst we're not under an NDA, okay, there's one thing Elon Musk can never buy, even though he's a fucking trillionaire, okay? He can't buy good old Shyzabox. That's right. Now, would we contemplate and or consider working for that of Elon Musk? Sure. Okay? Who wouldn't? Okay? Insert briefcase full of cash showing up in our tricked out Tesla signing bonus here. Okay? But believe you me, with Shyzabox not being under an NDA or anything like that, with Shyzabox not working for a company, we can inexplicably tell Elon Musk how fucking stupid he is sometimes, okay? Now, believe you me, a lot of folks in the, you know, degree and realm and capacity of, I don't know, employees that work for him, probably wouldn't talk to him as such, okay? Probably be like, oh, yes, sir, Elon Musk, we'll do whatever you say, because you're Elon Musk, right? Okay? Now, we loves us some Elon Musk. We got no problem with Elon Musk. Aside from the fact that Grok literally libeled us on X, and you can go see that of which in our interactions therewith on X and see that he libeled us. Okay? Believe you me, bold claim to state something of such, because, believe you me, that is a legal condition and, you know, thing all on its own. But, yes, Grok libeled us, literally. We sent that of a without prejudice letter, literally. And X don't give a fuck what we have to say. Elon Musk is a trillionaire. Fuck you, Shyzabox. No one gives a shit. Okay? So therefore, we got a Bluesky account. Oh, we got that after X suspended us for that free of the speech they have. Crazy as shit. We got it back reinstated, jumping through their little hoops and hurdles. Literally, our argument for getting reinstated was, we are a person. We think, therefore we are, was our literal argument. Old philosophical term, Well, historical term. Might have heard it before. I think, therefore I am. That was literally our reinstatement because the computer told us we do not do that of exist. Okay? Said we were fake. Believe you me, we have a living philosophy. We're not fake. Yeah. We might suck. Yeah, we're supposed to. We called Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst. Inherently, the show sucks. Okay? It's not best of the best. We're not competing with Rogan. They got money. Okay? His shows are good. This is the crap that's left over. Now, you need a space to occupy such, okay? Someone has to be the backing surface that you walk all over and feel better about yourself. Okay? You got a ceiling, you got a roof over your head, doing better than Shyzabox. Poor bastard doesn't even have a roof. Okay? Keep in mind, this is all for philosophical entertainment, and we want for not. Okay? Foundationally, all right, that of our vernacular usages, okay, whether we're disseminating anything vulgar with which to put an apparent, we need a necessitated stop on that of humankind's limited understandings and knowledges with which, are disseminated on a very daily and routine basis. Everyone's working on all this stuff and no one's backing any of it up. That's right. Just adding a bunch of pictures of your food that you're eating into the data set of computational limits and wanting to just focus on that. Okay? Believe you me, there's ways to focus on that and get the hell out of the way. Okay? Theoretically. Again, this is all for philosophical entertainment. Hold on, management's calling. What do you want? We're on time. We're doing the show. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, we apologized for that earlier. Yeah. Oh, we apologize for the whole stream. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hey, do us a favor. Clock us out in like 4 hours. We're going to work until then, okay? See ya. Excellent. Management, they think they know how to run the place. Believe you me, sometimes they do. But as we sat back to ourselves and thought, selves, we're not doing anything right now. We might as well have ourselves a little Lithic Logic in the dark. We might as well try and do that of which we enjoy, which is hanging out. That's right. Welcome one, welcome all. Hanging out is for anyone to do. Or not do. Hang out wherever you want. Doesn't have to be here. But if we were just kicking it by ourselves anyway, we were like selves, might as well kick it with that in the digital. Nothing wrong with that. The internet can be a fun place. Which is exactly why you always need to be sure that you take care of you yourself first, okay? Now, it's not even selfish or greedy, okay? When the airplane's going down, when the ship's crashing, okay, and the masks fall, you gotta put your own on first. Okay? You be sure you take care of you. Okay? Because there's only one you. We can't replace you that easy. We can't just go make a bunch of fake accounts and subscribe to ourselves. Believe you me, it takes longer than you think. Okay? We may know. This show's sad. What? Stop making jokes, Mom. It's not a joke. What? Everything's fine. Huh, what? Yeah. You take care of yourself because there's only one you. Okay? Then you look around. You take care of anyone else that's around you that really, really needs your help second. Okay? Because they might just not know how to ask for it. Okay? That's right. They might really, really need your help. So you take care of them second. That's right. Then you look around the room. You see anyone who, is like, looking for whatever. You've already paid your bills. You've done your grocery shopping. You've taken care of everyone that you love and or like more than us. Unlikely, maybe. Could be 6, 7 people. If you got any crap left over, we'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Because, as always, keep in mind, whether you're looking into transmutating God or pickled punk philosophy, new non-native species on mankind's origin, don't buy delectable, you'll make mankind stupid. Ironically, illogically, it's a fallibility now. It's a living practice in itself. So the book, it priced itself, okay? You can't make this shit up. And we've already proved our theory so much, now it's proven itself on its own accord. Don't buy this book, it's 94% off. Hurts us to say, because, that one's our baby, okay? If it ever becomes a New York Times bestseller, it showcases stupidity, okay? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Whether you're doing any of that, though, checking into any of that, just remember, nailing Kalimba's available as well. Huh? Oh, what? That, friends, is ironclad. That's right. So remember, we don't want your subscription, we want your money. Download the shit out of this and go to Cashapp and give us $1 or go to Amazon.com and buy one of our books. Get off our lawn!